do a quick check on my cellular device to ensure that everything is going normal.
I'll pull up the stream on my phone. Oh, I just got the notification.
Okay.
Oh, I can hear myself. Oh, right.
Alright, you can hear yourself?
Yes.
Okay, come on. Alright, we're set. Yellow. I see you put Elo in the chat.
Alright.
Okay, so welcome everybody. Izzy Seb Plays Games here. I'm here with Apollo SFM as my co-host. This is going to be a bit of a different stream, and I know it's been a while since I have recorded anything on my channel. It has been, I think, over a year at this point that I've actually done any.
Last live stream.
2 years since I have last live streamed. Good lord.
Yeah, it was an Apex game too, playing competitive.
Yeah, Apex Legends. Yeah, but this time it's going to be a bit different. What's happening today is that we're going to be hosting a bit of a charity live stream using an NHL 19 CPU versus CPU game, and we're going to try and host it as badly as possible. Because I'm going to be real with you, I am not that good at talking about sports. And Apollo has never watched the NHL.
To be fair, I have seen a couple hockey games locally when I was still in Alaska, so I kind of have an idea of what's going to happen.
Yeah, but are you familiar with NHL games?
No.
Yeah.
For the most part, no.
Yeah, so we're using NHL 19 just because, one, it's offline. Two, it's the only one I have available, and I am not buying NHL 25. So
It's gonna be the same game anyway.
Yeah.
So
yeah, pretty much. It's EA. But for the game that we have today, as you can see, it's going to be Battle of Ontario with the Ottawa Senators as the home players and the Toronto Maple Leafs as the away team. Why? Because of the charity of today's stream. Once this charity is complete, I will be donating money to the Ronald McDonald House in Ottawa, which is currently undergoing a new construction for more housing. And this housing is for families of chronically sick children, so they can stay close to them at the nearby children's hospital, which is also a nonprofit known as CHIO. Make sense?
Said, I think we should get started.
Okay. Alright, so let me set her up. Now, you can also have a look at the jerseys here. Starting off, I'm just going to say I'm not a fan of the Ottawa Senators logo at this time period. I thought it was just too much.
I think the jerseys could look worse.
Yeah, their new one is much more of a less is more. So as people can see, it's going to be a style of full sim. Length is 10 minutes per period. Skill is on pro, and on ice trainer I don't really care because an on ice trainer is basically your tip board. So no need to worry about that because we're not playing. Actually, let me make sure we are doing that. Okay, I press that. We're good.
All right, ready to go.
Yeah, we're ready to go. This stream I know is probably going to get copyright claimed for the music in and out of itself because copyrighted music is a thing in all of these games.
Well, it's gonna be with every single EA game.
Yep, because they license it. But if you stream it, God rest your soul. Canadian Tire Center. So we're at Canada, Ontario. Whoa! Okay.
Alright, we're already starting off pretty big with a full-on stadium here. We already got commentators in, taking our jobs, but that's alright, we can talk over them.
Yeah, we're going to be talking over them. So no need to worry about what they say. You focus on what we say. We are the truth.
I'm pretty sure they paid them a handsome amount of money to even talk in this game.
Yeah. Sorry?
Basically, paying them a lot to commentate over what's going to be happening in the game.
Oh yeah, especially. They got a lot of money. I think they both stopped
it looked like
recently.
it was an actual recording taking place with just a green screen in the background to
Yeah.
fill it in the game.
Yeah, he's getting ready. Yeah, Friedrich Anderson. Yeah, he does not play for the Leafs anymore, but it's good to see him back.
Whatever happened to him?
He left. He just left the team. Is all.
Oh, okay.
Most of the time, they just leave the team. That's all that really happens. And we are off, baby. So, going into Kachuk. Chabot, here we go. He's making a run along the side. Oh, going back around. This is going to be awful.
Yeah, it looks like they got a fucking puck right here, but...
McLeod, ooh, right at the save by Anderson.
Nearly scored there.
Yeah, so a couple guys you're going to have to focus on are definitely people who are in the center. So John Tavares, which is number 91, he still plays. Brady Tkachuk, who's... crap, I lost track of him as soon as the face-off ended. Damn it.
And he gains the zone.
All right, like Marner's making a run for it. No. So it's a two-end.
Careful.
Yeah.
Oh, they tried scoring once again, but it's been blocked.
Yeah. Butterfly. Right there.
Stadium is packed today.
Stadium is definitely packed. You go to any Sens game, you're going to see one of the most passionate fan bases. Even though they have never won a cup since their introduction in 1992, they are just passionate and they don't care if they win or lose. I'll tell you this much, because this is the Battle of Ontario.
So they're just there for the spirit?
No. It's not like Ottawa has never made it to the finals. Like, let's talk about that 07 game. But Brady's making a run. He lost it. Anderson got it right in the hand.
Looks like Ontario has it now.
So you're talking about Ottawa here. So it's the Battle of Ontario. It's just that both teams are based in Ontario.
Gotcha.
Hey, they even got to make some noise right. I never even realized that.
They lock up, and that's
this is my lack of knowledge in any NHL game.
Yeah. I mean, we're supposed to comment pretty poorly either way.
Oh, well.
What was the point of that? You couldn't even try to flank the guy? Come on.
All right, they regained it. They're just passing it along.
Right, Chabot. Ottawa's taking too long because the more they take, time they take, the faster Toronto's just going to tighten it up, and they're not going to get that chance.
They could also just be playing down the time as well. I know that's a tactic used in sports.
It's definitely one used here. It's definitely one used in hockey, but it's usually after the goal. Once the team makes their first goal, they just try to wait out the time so the team that's behind is chasing rather than being able to tie it.
Nearly scored there, but they went over the net.
Pajot's bringing it back. Bodeker's got it.
Back
to Pajot. And, that was wide. That was way too wide. Hey, I see Spartacat. Spartacat looked like he's having a great time. All right, Zaitsev.
They're bouncing the puck around.
Marleau.
Yeah.
They're going to try and get it from side to side. You got to get it around.
Toronto's back with the puck. Don't know how they're.
And they got it blocked. Surprisingly, a clean game for. Riley's got it, or O'Reilly. I don't know why it just says Riley because it's O'Reilly.
All right, they got the puck back. Oh, they lost it again.
Anderson's got it.
If they make a goal, no.
Ooh.
Routine stop for the goal.
No goal this time.
Have to do a much better job challenging him.
Yeah, they definitely got to. I agree with our very quiet commentators that are not part of this discussion. Tavares is back up.
Still knotted at zeros.
I keep an eye on Tavares because he was part of the core four at this time. Toronto's core four were definitely big around this time, but there's now a lot of discussion with their failure in the recent Stanley Cup. They got knocked out by the Florida Panthers in 7 games. Last game was embarrassing. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Toronto's trying really hard to score, same as Ottawa here.
The problem with Ottawa, as I'm seeing, is that they're taking way too long to try and make the shot. They got to be fast-paced with it, especially with Toronto. Because Toronto, for lack of a better term, is a glass cannon. They can hit it hard, but they just can't take it. If you go at them too fast, they're not going to be able to retaliate on time. It's the best way I can describe it. Alright, Duclair is coming in.
Having the puck again.
Lajoie, Ceci, Lajoie. And Brady. Come on. Brady, come on.
Back and forth. Trying to find an opening here, yet they can't seem to get that opening.
The enforcers are not doing their job. Oh, and it's a block. And number 51.
Ottawa gain back the puck. They shoot, and
all right, Marner's in. I just realized. Zaitsev and Marner passing it to Tavares.
Toronto has the puck now. They're passing it to each other.
All right, Gardner's got it. No, he does not. Lajoie is blocked in and is pulling it back. Oh, that's going to probably be an icing. Nope. Oh, wait, no, it's not because it's not a
Ottawa has the puck again.
And Gauthier, Brown,
and they just pass it off to
and
Toronto.
They just lost it to Ceci.
And in flight over the line.
If you can't tell, there's a lot of French Canadians that play. Or at least a lot of people with French names.
They probably grew up in the area.
Not all the time, because the most famous guy right now for Toronto that's active, Austin Matthews, is from Arizona.
Driving in from no man's land.
So is Brady Tkachuk, who is basically one of the big stars for Ottawa right now. Even though they lost in the first round.
One of the hottest states here in America.
It just feels a bit sad for them because Arizona recently lost their NHL team, the Arizona Coyotes, and they've moved to Salt Lake City, Utah, and have become the Utah Mammoth.
Not able to do that well. Pass finds
they
its way
make a
up the
score
wing.
here,
Bodeker's got it.
do not.
Up to the point.
And he shot, and that's way too wide. What was that?
We are down to the 10-minute mark. No goals have been scored yet.
Scores! Ottawa! You just called it. Bodeker got it. Let's go. That was... You just jinxed that. You were just like, they haven't gotten a goal yet. Wait a minute.
I'm just saying, no one has gotten a goal yet. Or any type of score.
Sparta Cats tweaking back there. Mikhail Bodeker.
All right. Ottawa gained the first point. We got 10 minutes left until the next round.
I don't think so. If Toronto can press it hard, they might be able to tie it until the second period.
There was a feeling out process until that first.
We'll just see what they do now.
The Senators with a center ice face-off win.
All right, we are
Ryan's
starting off the handoff. All right, Ottawa's got it again.
Laid on to Marlowe.
You seem pretty adamant.
I'm opening up
Toronto.
the rosters of this year just so I can get names right.
Sounds hard when it hits the end boards. That means you've missed the net.
This is how poor I am. Yep.
Ottawa's got it again.
He's too
Brown
lonely. He's
fumble
running
the
it around to
puck.
Pajot, and we got a fight back there. Haynes, he's got it now.
He's trying to work his way ahead. Puck is thrown to Kapanen.
All right, Toronto seems to have regained the puck.
All right,
They're
Matthews.
going down.
Oh,
Wonderful save.
Anderson's got it. He's not going to let Matthews get away with that.
Great save.
So around this time, Matthews is the one they have to watch out for, who's number 34. For when he first appeared after the NHL 2016 draft, when Toronto was last place in the league, he ends up coming into Toronto's first game with 4 goals. At the time, the only other person that had done that was the great 8 Ovechkin from the Washington Capitals.
And it was rookie status, right?
Yes, rookie status.
The stick can break up a play.
Yeah, rookie status is your first year usually. That's the way it counts. And Matthews is still pretty young even today. He's only 27.
That is still quite young for any sports game.
Yeah.
Look, they shot, but they did not make it in.
don't know if he's going to make a save much easier.
Yeah, just a bit, just a straight slap right in there. It's his knee. Boom. That ain't going nowhere.
Always on both sides are doing their best. Just
oh, there's the crowd meter. This is the famous crowd meter. Now, fun fact about me: the only NHL game I've ever been to was given to me as a trip through the Royal Canadian Air Cadets. It was the Ottawa Senators versus the Dallas Stars. This was 2016. Dallas won 2-1. All right, Dermont's got it.
I've never been to any NHL game because they're,
believe me,
part, I haven't been to any because none really.
Believe me, they're just very expensive. Anderson stopped Marner from trying to sneak that one in.
Yeah,
all right, Dermont's got it back. Hyman.
Any big name sports game is going to be expensive, whether it be the NHL,
MLB, NFL, doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah. They're always going to be
so I recommend, if anyone is not sure if they want to get into hockey, you can watch the games yourself. But if you ever want to see and go to a game, support the Junior A teams in your area, because that's where NHL scouts go. They look at those guys and they see if they are good. And if they're good, they're going to pitch them in at the moment they are eligible for the draft.
It goes with any sports game that's happening locally, whether it be college football, college hockey, any type of college level game. They're going to be far cheaper, and you're going to have a really good time going to those games.
Yeah, but the thing with a lot of Junior A is that they start at age 16.
Takes that pass behind the net, looks out in front.
Pretty young, high school.
Yeah, still in high school, but that's how they were able to find people like Wayne Gretzky. The great double nines, as someone once said to me, even though his name is the Great One.
They were still skirmishing.
Oh, there's a wrestle back there. Yeah, Zaitsev's got it back with a pass to Gauthier.
It's basically a battle of attrition right now, just seeing who can make the score.
Yeah, I think Ottawa is just trying to either grow their lead or just stop Toronto dead in its tracks. Yep.
I think it's mostly just trying to stop Toronto here because they have not been able to do anything.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I guess Ottawa is now just trying to drag out the first period so Toronto does not get it.
Smart recovery by Brown.
All right, Duclair is coming in.
Right,
shoot,
Toronto
and it's too wide.
Again.
Even if Anderson didn't catch it, that would have hit the post.
Brings it in for an attack.
Yeah, the stream is a bit delayed, so if my commentary is a bit
that's
off,
fine.
That's why.
That's fine. It's only, and if for those wondering, it's just because I'm on a PlayStation 4, I don't have the share screen option like I would on a PS5. Not because I'm cheap, it's because I want to save my money.
We're all trying to save money here. I just bought a new car, and yeah.
Yeah, I say I want to save my money, even though this is a charity stream, and the money will be going to the Ronald McDonald House.
Hey, at least it's going to a charity instead of anything else.
Yeah, exactly.
Around the 20th minute of this period.
All right, Smith got Hainsey. Oh, it's a battle between Smith and Hainsey. Can they drag out the last minute, or technically 30 seconds, because this is 10 minutes of period.
May not have been intentional, but he got it anyway.
He's got it back. Najwa. Oh, they're just dragging this for sure now.
Yeah, they're just tossing it back and forth.
Ryan Anderson's got the save.
Great display of goaltending right there, Doc.
They tried scoring again, but they also failed.
It's a big fail. Epic fail.
Toronto's goalie is putting in
draw.
work, making sure that the pucks are not going in. He's working overtime here.
Gives it to the point.
All right, Toronto has the puck now, and they're going down.
Snapping a pass to Pajot.
See if they can make a score in the last 30 seconds of the match here, but I don't think they're going to make it.
Oh, no, that's not happening now. That's definitely not happening now. Wait, nope, that's too wide. They're just dragging it. The Chuck.
We're down to 5 seconds.
Just keep shooting it wide.
And the period comes to an
And
end.
the first round is over.
First
Ottawa has
period
the first
done.
point. Toronto's still 0.
Oh, still 0. The core four are living up to that late reputation of the snore four.
We'll be right back.
Let's see if Toronto can bring it around, because they might be able to pick up the pace with Ottawa.
Maybe. But now we can have a look at the stats of how this game went. So let's have a look here. Right
They
here.
definitely have a strong defense. They just need to have a better offense.
Yeah. But the thing is, it looks a lot like Toronto is trying to play aggressively, but Ottawa is just shutting it down and then pushing it back at them. Because they've been on the attack for twice as long. And they have 3 times the shots on the net, even if a lot of those were way too wide. Just keep the pressure on. Let's have a look at up here. There's Michael Oettiker's goal. Morgan Riley. He ain't got a single hit on there. Even though I call him O'Reilly, that's just because O'Reilly, sometimes I wonder what the hell happened to you. Sorry, I had to do that to him. Oh wait, hold on, I just realized Matthew still has his hair at this time. I'm sorry, I don't deserve to say that. Because the last time someone said that, Toronto just swept Ottawa.
Alright, let's continue on with the match.
Let's get right to it. So far, we had no comments this first period, but the second period we might have some more.
Period about to start. A look ahead. The Maple Leafs are down.
Crowd size is still there. Looks like no one has really left.
Easily be a 3 or 4 goal deficit.
And the middle
See how this
Right, Riley's pulling it back.
second period goes on.
Tavares, shot, and that's a save.
Alrighty, Toronto's first with the puck. He shot and they missed. They did not make the goal this time.
Hainsey's bringing it
Ottawa's
back.
back.
Act number 11. He's on his own. They better not leave him. Oh, too wide. Now Brady Tkachuk has got it. Right, Tukrat is pulling it back to Tkachuk.
They could save. Oh, they fumbled the puck. Ottawa has it now.
Yeah.
The lane was jammed and it hit somebody.
Right. Are they going to try and pull it? Ooh, that was way too close for comfort.
Like the defense is still working. Yep. Defense did their job. Goalie coming in to save the puck from going to the goal.
They don't even show the fact that Toronto was very close to losing in that. They can't and falter now.
Toronto's got a face-off win.
Hainsey's pulling it.
Here we go again.
Morgan Riley's bringing it.
Toronto has it now. Oh,
back to
they
Johnson.
nearly lost the puck. They got it back.
Look over his options.
Oh, Johnson, what was that?
Determination by Paggio.
Ay, ay, ay.
Seems like Toronto's just slipping.
Toronto is slipping a lot. If this was the playoffs, people would be screaming at them. Oh, hold up. Yeah, Anderson ain't letting that go to an icing call. Ooh! Chabot just got knocked down. Matthews scores. That hit on Chabot just saved Toronto. They're staying in the game.
We are now 1-1. We have 17 minutes left on the timer. Let's see how this is going to turn around. It's going to be a tie until either one scores.
I will be shocked, though. That's the first time I've seen Matthews all game. Where have you been? You better not have brought your blanket.
In the locker room.
The Maple Leafs have evened the game here. Still in the second.
I wonder what Kyle Dubas is thinking up there in the bleachers, or whatever the heck it is. It's those, I don't know what they are. There's those massive suites that they got. No, Nylander's on the field. Is Nylander going to try and pull it? Nope. Anderson's not letting Nylander touch that one.
It looks like they swapped some people out.
Yeah, they always got to. So there's different groupings of people for any given time, usually 4, and that's who they place on the center, left wing, right wing of the offense, and the 2 defensemen. They don't usually change out the goalies unless they really need to.
And so it is 1-1.
All right, here we go.
All right, Tierney.
That's the end. Good work by Kadri.
See what we can do here.
Toronto's definitely trying to keep the pressure on Ottawa. All right, Marlowe. Oh, right against the board. Bodeker is pulling it in. Closing the gap. He's doing a solo run, is he? Nope. He's taking his time, coming it back. Bodeker's not letting them touch that one.
They nearly scored right there, but they just barely missed it.
I don't think that Ottawa was trying to take a full score right there just because Bodeker was on his own. It's too risky to do a solo run like that sometimes. If you have a lot of faith in that player, it's good, but if you don't, it's best to have at least one backup.
Here we go, Toronto's goalie. And that dude is seriously working overtime, trying to keep the pucks out.
Yeah, Anderson, Friedrich Anderson with 16 saves. It's hard to keep track of two Andersons. Woo! Friedrich was not letting that pass it. Tavares is pissed. He is pissed. It's the right out of Ottawa to make sure that he does not press against his goalie.
I know in the NHL or any hockey game, if you take out a goalie, it's not going to look good for the rest of the
if you take out the goalie, it's gloves off. It's gloves off right away.
Gloves off for everyone.
Yeah, don't ask the Leafs how they feel about the recent second round against Florida, because poor Stolar got hit in the head so hard, but Florida didn't get a penalty. Marner's pulling it in, taking a shot, and that's right off of Craig Anderson.
Neither team is giving up much in the way
I know I've seen the video before in an NHL game, I believe.
Yeah.
Where
people were worried Stolar had a concussion. That was the thing. Because right a couple minutes after the fact, he was puking over the bench. Brady Tkachuk and misses.
Pitching it to Hyman.
Goalie still blocking the puck.
Hyman's bringing it back around. Can Tavares make it? No, he does not. Oh, God. Hyman's pulling it away.
Oh, he got checked.
Shot, miss.
Right
Tavares. I say Tavares, but whatever the hell. You can say Tavares, potato, potato. I say...
I'm just glad this isn't an official commentary.
Yeah, because if this was an official commentary, we would be getting clowned upon.
Well, probably not clowned upon, but I don't think we would ever be in the air again after this.
It's like that guy who did the first time of doing the NBA, I think it was it college basketball or NBA? It was the guy who said, and boom goes the dynamite.
Good question.
I can't remember, but he got fired the same day.
Would you say boom goes the dynamite?
Yeah, and boom goes the dynamite.
That's not even that bad to say. I wonder why you got fired.
Defensive zone win.
I'll have to look at that again. I'll probably have to send that to you.
Probably.
A great hockey play there.
One way to wear down your opponent.
Toronto's still keeping the pressure down there. Ottawa's trying to keep up.
Ottawa's trying to rush it, but he's taking too long. Now Dermott's got it back, passing it to Brown. Right to Ennis. Or Ennis.
What I've noticed so far with Ottawa is that they're too spaced out whenever they do try to score.
Yeah, like one person's making too fast a run. Like, let's look at Bodeker here. Well, they're actually changing up a little bit.
Oh! As well, Toronto also tries to stay together as much as possible. That also just doesn't really work.
Garros just shut down Enos. Smith's shot, miss. Right off of Muzzin. I'm using, I don't know how to say half of these names. This is bad. I think that's just the French in me speaking.
Well, you're the one who can. The good old Canadian.
Yeah, the good old Canada. But like, Ottawa and Montreal are like the only truly bilingual teams, just because Ottawa has the neighboring city of Gatineau, and Montreal is in the middle of Quebec. All right, Lajoie. Oh!
One-timer. Wonderful save.
Kadri's pulling it back around. And goes to Lindbergh. Blazers, no. No, it's Blazers. Balsers. I can't even say half these names. I'm sorry, guys. All right, William Nylander pulling it back.
All right. That's in the butcher up names all the time.
Right. Marlowe.
Right along the blue line.
Oh, that was a bit of a mess up right there, but that's fine. Shot right off. That's
Toronto's
gotta
a bit
hurt.
spaced out. Ottawa's
Got it real tight.
Like I said,
Toronto's trying to find a shot. Nylander,
Toronto just
save.
needs a better offense here. Ottawa's got a good defense as well.
They're probably just letting. They're probably just letting Marner and Matthews rest.
Oh, he was trying to beat
2-2
with that
shot.
shot.
Kapanen. I can't even. All right, Matthews. There he is. He's back in now. I guess the coach pulled him up, pulled him in.
Ottawa's in their own end and shifting gears. And
I don't know why he wasn't here to begin with.
So another thing you should know is that they can change their guys mid-game. They just call them over, and then they just send the next guy in to replace them.
I know with the NFL, they can do that, just not mid round. They have to either call a timeout or...
Yeah. Well, the reason they do it on the fly is because of how fast-paced hockey can be at times. You can really just end up running out of breath, and if the coach keeps you in, you're gonna suffer for it.
I noticed Toronto just
and that's a save by Craig Anderson. He shoots it over to White. Brady Tkachuk. Back to Tkachuk.
Toronto is slipping. They are slipping the grasp here.
Yeah. I think we're definitely going to have a lot more to talk about for the intermission on this one.
Both sides are playing hard to catch here.
Yeah, they're definitely playing hard to catch. Hyman's bringing it back. Oh, Borkowski's not letting that get too close. Brady Tkachuk is running. He's going. I should be saying skating, but I don't care. McLeod has saved by Frederik Andersen. He was not letting that one slip in.
All right.
Going to another face-off. It's been a surprisingly clean game with no penalties to any team. If these teams get penalties, there's going to be power plays. And a power play can cost you the game if you're on the on the receiving end. Because a power play means one of your guys is out for 2 minutes, and it's 4v5.
Now that's a timely save, a beautiful one.
Now, that's never really a good thing to have.
Yeah. The moment you're outnumbered is the moment that the enemy can get the advantage. But just know that if they get a goal in the midst of that power play, the power play is automatically done.
Yeah, there is a saying with strength in numbers.
Yeah. Tavares wins that one.
Anticipation, knowing who's going to score the next goal here.
Tavares and Marner are trying to pull it in. Time on the left side.
This has been a very eventful game so far.
Yeah, it's been nice and tight too, which is nice. When it's nice and tight, it gets real exciting.
Oh, they almost got the goal there.
Marner's making a rush with Hyman. Tavares is catching up. Craig Anderson makes a save.
Let's see if Toronto makes it this time. It looks like it's a negative.
Pretty easy save for the goaltender.
Now, if you were wondering where Frederik Andersen is now, he is with the current conference final guys, the Carolina Hurricanes. If you're wondering where he is now.
That face-off is one.
All right, here we go again.
Shot wide.
And Toronto seems to have it first.
Enos is pulling it. Shot, Brown. Nope. Craig is not letting that one fly either. Toronto's picking up the pressure here.
Routine stop for the goaltender. The shooter's going to have to do a
Looks like they're trying to give it their all here. Trying to get that extra score so they can write it out.
Just a bit over 4 minutes
if they get the extra point here, and they should be good to go.
Both of these teams have connected
unless Ottawa also makes it
right near the line. He had a great chance.
Now, just so everyone knows, I will be adding a link in the description if you wish to donate to the Ronald McDonald House in Ottawa. It's just because it's hard to do copy and paste on a PlayStation 4, especially now that my controller is suffering from stick drift.
Pass attempt to Muzzin.
Oh, they're trying to spread Ottawa's defense here. Enos, nope.
Terrific save with no reaction time whatsoever.
That great save was
He did not make the goal.
On to Brown. Wide of the net.
All right,
It looked
Enos
like
is
a
coming
fight
to
was
try
about to break
and
out there, but
pull it
they
around.
seem to
CC is
take
coming
that.
back in.
The Senators continue to probe up the wing.
Revolters, nope.
Well done
Friedrich
with
is
that.
not letting that happen. I say Friedrich just because that's the way his first name is spelled. That's the only way I get to say it. I'm not saying Frederick. It looks like it's spelled old Friedrich because he is Danish.
Do we still have both Andersons on the field? I do know that one of the Andersons is on Ottawa. Looks like he's trying his best out there, but it seems to
Yeah,
be
both Andersons
not
are
working.
remaining on the field. So Craig is still over on the other side.
Good setup
We got
off
2
the
minutes
wing.
left on the clock. We are at a tie. This is more than likely going to be going to overtime eventually.
Right in front of the net. Chabot is pulling it back around.
And down to Lindbergh.
No, that's to send it back to Lindbergh.
Points it.
Mello
They've got all the gunners out. Shoots.
shoots, shot
It's
wide.
off the mark.
Sometimes you rush
All right, it's going back to Nylander. Can he make the rush? Doesn't look like he's trying to pull it yet. He passes it to Zaitsev and Gardner. And then back to Kadri.
Toronto's up the wing, setting things up.
Pulling it
It's down
around,
10.
and it's going to go to oh, he's not letting that go around. Nylander's back. Morgan Riley and Nylander. And Marlowe.
Slid to Riley. Lets it go.
Shot
Not there.
wide.
And oh man.
Corral.
And Nylander, Tavares. Craig Anderson's not letting that one fly either.
That is a
They're
great
shooting all the
display of
shots,
goaltending
but they're
right
not
now.
making the hits.
They're getting ready to strike. Spike down. Couldn't get his way through.
You need to have a clean, open shot for them to be
You
able
got to, yeah.
make it in.
Majority
Otherwise,
shooting around.
and Ottawa is taking the puck again. They're going down to their
And that
side.
is round 2, or second period,
And
done.
the books could very well have some perspiration stains on it by now because these
Toronto
teams
coming
Series is
back
now
with the
tied.
score.
still, the
1-1.
third period is ahead.
They're
As
heading
we
back
look
to the
at the
locker
shots
room.
on goal, the players' arms are tired, and so is the guy with the finger on the shots on goal.
That was a
board.
pretty
Look at this.
eventful round there,
29
but
for Ottawa.
Toronto and Ottawa
21
are, I
for
say,
Toronto.
are pretty even in their skill level right now. Both
Indeed.
are trying their absolute best to get a goal, but both of them have a strong defense, especially with their goalies.
Indeed. Let's have a look. Now they're a lot more even on total shots. And even with hits, they're becoming much more aggressive. Even though Ottawa had more time on the attack, it didn't seem as efficient.
They just keep being too spread out. They're not able to get an open shot because their offense, they're not taking the Toronto players away from person with the puck there.
Yeah. We
They're
can have a
not-
look at the action tracker here at how all the shots were. We can definitely see that even though Ottawa was pretty tight, every time they tried to make the shot, it just was wide. Their
Way too
stance
wide.
was tight, but their shots were wide.
You can see on the right there with Toronto, they have made more shots, but of course they did not make any goals besides the first one. Sorry.
No, it's actually Ottawa who made the most shots. It's just
Ottawa?
yeah, Ottawa made 29 total shots in this, but at least in this period, it looks like Toronto's pulling it back. But Ottawa is still putting more pressure. Series tied 1-1, and we're going into the third period. Is this going to be the deciding factor, or are we going into overtime?
We're more than likely going to go into overtime. Let's see how it
Yeah.
ends.
If it's an overtime, then I am prepared for any upset. All right.
With any sports game, especially hockey,
What a
how
tilt
does
this
it
has been.
usually
Game
play out
tied in
if
the
one team
third
scores?
period. Maybe it'll take
Oh, overtime?
Yeah, with overtime.
Well, it always
Wonderful
it
work done
goes
near
on
the
until
blue
someone gets one goal.
So just like any
line.
other.
And decides
All right.
to
Yeah.
just cover it up and get the whistle.
It's only been once that a series has ever been tied, and that was back in 1919 when it was
I know
0-0
there's
double
been a
overtime.
couple I know there's been a couple NFL games where there have been overtime that lasted until the overtime timer has gone out, but it's not that common.
Decides he wants the corner. Score!
Holy! Brady Tkachuk pulling it back.
All right, let's see if Toronto comes back with another score here.
Yeah, you told me beforehand. You told me beforehand that when you were looking at the stats, you said, I think Toronto has this in the bag.
The next little bit will be crucial.
Well, mostly because their stats were higher, but that could mean anything in any type of sports game.
What's real funny about this whole factor was that the season this game came out, Ottawa was last place in its division, and Toronto was third. So right now, this is pretty embarrassing for Toronto.
And they won the faceoff.
Ottawa seems to have a grip on the situation, but let's see if that lasts.
Passing it back to Brady, who's up another one. Toronto's really going to have to become much more aggressive if they want to keep it tied, or else they're screwed.
Or even surpass Ottawa.
I feel like Toronto's best hope to push this into overtime.
Plenty of time on the clock. We got plenty of time left on the clock. There's a lot of things that could happen here.
And he steps across the line. Good place to shoot from.
All right, and no, not happening. Hainsey shooting it back, and White is not letting them keep it.
The Senators have it at center ice. Forcing attention indeed.
Toronto has been super aggressive on that push, but they've not able to make the score.
Yeah, Ottawa's defense is getting tighter.
Good, solid defensive play.
Well, they kind of have to. They're above.
Yeah, Thomas Chabot is doing great thus far. Even though he hasn't gotten a goal yet, he's allowed Bodeker and Tkachuk to get the goals they need to stay in the lead.
Toronto's defense going in, save the puck from being their net. Basically just
over 3 minutes have passed.
Now Thomas Chabot still plays for the Senators today, so does Brady Tkachuk.
Puck dropped and the winger stepped in to help. That's big. Driving in
puck.
from no man's land.
Oh, he's taking too long.
Toronto.
Toronto's taking too long.
And the puck heads to the neutral zone.
And right, Zaitsev's bringing it back, and he accidentally passes it right over to his enemy.
Cut that pass in his own end.
Pulling it in. Come on. Oh, and it stopped right there. Gardner's not letting Ottawa get their hands on that puck. William Nylander coming around. Craig Anderson looks like he's ready for that. Shoots it back to Akhtemazin behind him. Going to Kadri.
Right to the point.
Akhtemazin and to Zaitsev.
They're not able to get a clean score.
Ottawa's running a lot of interference. They're just pushing everything to make sure they keep this lead.
That wasn't a very dangerous opportunity.
They've been bunching together, making sure they can't get a good shot in.
Anderson's been the one key reason that his team's been able to hold on to this lead. He's faced a high percentage of top quality shots.
All right, Enos taking too long again, dude. You can't make it.
15 minutes left on the clock here.
Got his pad on that one.
A lot of fighting around the net.
To Gibbons.
Right to Gibbons, taking a shot to get it around, but it goes right to Dermott, giving it to Enos.
Big padded shoulders.
You always think you've got a little bit of space to.
I know if Toronto does try hard enough, they can find the chink in the armor, make sure they can get the shot through. But
yeah, they got to find the gap in the armor, definitely. I definitely agree with that, because Ottawa's playing tight right now. I can see them playing a lot of interference. And there's a save for Anderson. We're going to another face-off.
And it's a pleasure to bring in the third voice on our crew. Ringside, here's Ray Ferraro.
Toronto's going to rue these missed chances. They've had so many from good spots on the ice. They've missed the net so many times.
Agreed. They have been missing the net, and it is embarrassing. They're bringing the pressure back, but Ottawa is saying no thank you.
You wonder if that luck's going to continue.
Toronto's just missing more than that. They're missing that teamwork.
He regathered.
That's probably one of my biggest gripes with the core four is that they do not work together sometimes, and they wonder why they got called the snore for, because they're wondering where the hell are you. Wham! Nope, Craig Anderson is not letting that one in.
And he puts the glove on it and stops play.
I know if you've been slacking in any type of sports game, you will be outed out faster than anything else.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of talk right now if Marner is going to be staying in Toronto considering his contract is up.
If you're not been a good player, that means you're going home.
It's more the fact that it's not a bad player, it's the fact that he's bad in the playoffs.
The playoffs is what matters.
And the playoffs is what matters, because Toronto has the current longest playoff drought in any NHL team right now, not having won a Stanley Cup since 1967. Even the teams who haven't won a Stanley Cup have not had it for as long as Toronto has. They have the longest drought. Even though the Buffalo Sabres get clowned on so much, at least their drought from the Cup is not as long as Toronto's.
I gotta
tell you, that's embarrassing.
Gone as long as not winning any type of tournaments. Pretty sure just call it
Matthews, oh, they interfered with Matthews right there, and I don't think he's too happy about that one. Matthews is definitely going to try and push someone back for that one. Brady Tkachuk.
Ottawa's defense is neatly woven into each other here.
Yeah.
They know their strengths.
They've definitely learned from second period. Shooting a save. Ducrat is going to come back around. Brady Tkachuk trying to pull it in again. Not happening. But that was way too close for comfort for Toronto.
Way too close.
Morgan Riley. Oh, Riley, where the hell have you been all game?
Toronto is able to get to the end goal pretty quickly. It's just the fact that Ottawa's also going to be there as fast, making a proper defense. So
gathered up again.
Yeah, the only thing is, can Toronto's pressure crack Ottawa's defensive armor?
That puck's loose. He couldn't get through the roadblock.
Only time will tell. We are under the 10-minute mark.
We're under the 10-minute mark, and now it is life or death for Toronto now. The pressure is on for this away game. Oh, that was so close. That hit the corner and it bounced off.
Oh, no.
It's almost like these teams are mirror images of each other. There's no room
saved
on
by
the
the
ice.
skin of the goalie there.
Let's making a slap right there, and he does not make it. It was too wide. Passing it over to Nylander. Gardner. Marlowe. Back to Gardner. Shot, and it's a save. Gardner's going to probably take a shot again. Not happening.
Does he do that? I'm not sure how he stopped that first one. And a pass that just did not work and forces the ball
again.
Back as far as center.
Bodeker's pulling it in.
Offense.
He takes that point pass.
Slap, and Anderson catches that midair. Let's go. At least Friedrich Anderson, not Craig. This is the downside of me picking these two teams, though, was that they have two Andersons at this time. Joseph Wall is not in for Toronto, nor is Stolar.
The Maple Leafs with a clean win on the draw.
Crowd's back in anticipation. Don't know what's going to happen next.
Couldn't make it through.
Ooh, they're not letting Ottawa get their hands back there, but ooh, it's a full-blown brawl right over there. But it's not. No gloves are off yet. Tavares is making the run, passing it to Marner. Shoots it
They're
to
having another battle of attrition here. They're trying to wear each other down.
The only problem is that Toronto can't afford too much longer, or else they're not going to make it.
shoots, and he misses.
Shooting all around, and Dermott gets his hands on it, and he's knocked down. Enforcers have been playing way too nice this game, that's for sure. It is not. It has just been. This game has been too nice, for lack of a better term. I don't know if that's just EA's AI or if they're actually just playing too nice for a game that is the Battle of Ontario. Like, come on. Marner's
going down to the
slap
5-minute mark
and
here
all right off the pads. 5 minutes left on the board. They don't have much time left.
Either they make or break this time.
Agreed. Duclair makes a shot, and he does not make it. Dermott's pulling it in. Gonna pass it to Marner. I knew it.
Looks like Toronto's just gonna break.
Using the point.
They still have a decent amount of time left. Anything could happen.
Ooh, Dermott just got knocked down hard.
It was accidentally on purpose.
Accidentally on purpose. Are you sure about that?
You cannot put accidentally and on purpose in the same sentence.
Yep.
That just
you
cancels
cannot.
it out.
Marner's
It's
got
either
it.
an accident
Passing
or
over
on purpose.
to Muzzin. Come on. Marlowe. Kadri. Oh.
Nothing more will come.
Duclair.
Takes that pass at center. See
All
if we
right.
can
White. And off of Friedrich Anderson. Muzzins passing it back to Kadri.
Toronto's carrying it through
And to
center.
Marlowe. Back to Kadri. To Nylander. Her shot interfered. Not happening today. Another pass interfered. Nylander's not making it. 2 minutes, 30 seconds on the board. Toronto's going to have to make it unless Brady Tkachuk can somehow pull another shot. No, he's not.
Ottawa really loves to interfere the puck.
Yeah. Ottawa's been interfering a lot lately. Their defense is tight.
Seemingly very, very tightly knit, but it could break if they get too careless.
Good job on that face-off, tying the man up. Save.
We are all down to this. 2 minutes left on the clock. See if Toronto can make it up so we can go into overtime. If not, Ottawa is going to take the victory.
Ottawa's going to take this W. Yeah, there was nowhere because everyone was just packed up there. It was not going to leave that spot unless it went to the goalie. And now we're in a face-off. Ottawa wins that face-off. Slap, shot wide.
Gathered up by Johnson. Loose puck due to
Hainsey.
Ottawa's still making those shots, but they can't seem to accurately put them in the net.
Gains that offensive line.
Only way for them to even get a goal is up close and personal, which is not their strongest.
Ooh, do not let it fly too far. They're out.
Makes that play deep.
Morgan Riley shoots it over to Johnson. Can he make it? Can he make it? Matthews. No, it went to Brady.
Nicely received at the point.
Colin White makes a shot, and Friedrich Anderson makes the save. 37 seconds left. If Toronto can make the rush, we're going into overtime. It's not like it can't happen. I mean, look at the playoff game between St. Louis and the Winnipeg Jets, where they made it at the last three, where Winnipeg made it the last 3 seconds, bringing it to overtime. Pulling away a goalie at the last second. That took way too long to pull the goalie. They've been playing all game. All right, Chabo's got it. Going to Tierney. Bodeker's got it. Toronto's interfering with that one to Tavares. Is going to Brown. Gauthier, shot on goal. Ooh, that was way too close for comfort for Craig Anderson. Toronto has an empty net. And that is the game. Ladies and gentlemen, Ottawa wins 2-1.
was not.
Good on Ottawa.
Now, I've kept a little bit of a secret from everyone this game. Apollo, would you like to say what we did behind the scenes?
I lost 5. That's
So,
alright, that's going to the charity though.
So, just so everyone is aware, we decided that if anyone wanted to pitch in money to see if what team would win, they would get some money back from me. But if they lost, the money would go right to charity. It would join the charity.
Going right to charity.
So, and since you sent me 5 American, that is $6.58 if I remember correctly in Canadian dollars. So that means $16.58 will be going to the charity of the Ronald McDonald House in Ottawa. If you're wondering why that's so small, unfortunately, it's because we don't have the money those big YouTubers can throw around. Unfortunately.
At least not yet.
At least not yet.
Growing. If this continues to grow and we're able to make more side bets and all that, we'll be able to donate more to charity.
I will not be doing stuff like that because that's going to cross the legal line. We're only doing lines between us and the boys. Nobody else is getting involved because that's when I'm crossing into the wrong kind of territory, and we don't want that.
Either way, we are not withholding the money here. We're donating it straight to charity, making sure that it's going to a good cause.
Yeah. So why don't I open it up right now? I will go to the RMHC website for Ottawa and donate the money right here, right now. All right. I have opened it up to the Ronald McDonald House charity. So let me have a look here. To another. So $16.58 go owing into it. Alright. Let me just make sure that's actually what you sent me through the PayPal. I just want to make sure because I want to make sure all the money goes in. $6.58. Yep, so we're good. Let me send it in. So I'm not making this on behalf of an organization. I'm just... Now I gotta put in all of my info. Shoot.
Our well Seb takes care of that donation. I want to thank you all for stopping on by. Those of you that have watched the stream here, thank you for stopping on by. If you want to keep partaking in these types of streams, go ahead. Every time we're gonna open one up, just make sure to leave a like, subscribe to Seb Plays Games here. He's going to be hosting these things more often.
Subscribe to Apollo OSFM, who's my co-host. Come on, just shout yourself out, man.
I can do that another time. No worries. But seriously though, we're going to be hosting this more often. It's a fun little side thing that we can do when we're able to. That is,
yeah, because both of us have some pretty demanding jobs. We both work shifts that are 12 hours in a given day, and sometimes those could be in a row, and then our sleep schedules are screwed for a week.
Yeah, my sleep schedule's always screwed. So,
I mean, fair enough.
No matter what, my sleep schedule's going to be out the window. Can't really do much about
that. Alrighty. Now that I have all of that info in, secure the payment. Oh, merde. Hold on. Forgive my French language. I know that any people who watch me from the States would be like, why is he speaking frog?
Well, it's because Canada has a lovely thing called French speakers that are a good chunk of the population up there. While we speak cheeseburgers and fries down here. Good old barbecue.
That's a good. Okay, so it's not letting me donate through PayPal, so I'll have to use. I'm just going to use my credit, just because I'm not risking anything. And then...
Did we also end the stream here?
Yeah. Well, if you... Oh, please, I might go just one game. I don't think I might do that, but I'm feeling good. I will post on my Twitter that it has all been sent into them, just so everyone knows. I'm not letting it just go just to say like, oh yeah, we sent it in, and I'm gonna say like, where's the proof you sent it in? I know that's just how the internet is. Unfortunately, you can't trust anyone.
How Twitter is.
Yeah, you can't trust anyone on Twitter. And yes, I still call it Twitter. Anyone who calls it X can suck it. I am not calling it X. It is Twitter.
It's still gonna be Twitter. Even some of the links still says Twitter. I don't think I'm gonna be around much longer for another game. I do have some other stuff.
Alrighty, perfect. I will take the screenshot here so people can see. Alright, it will say, thank you for your generous support. Please note that all donations received tax receipt in a separate email. Of course, but that's just how it is. I don't care about any tax write-offs. This is going to a cause that has helped people I know. Now, everyone, thank you for tuning in. If you are watching this after the fact, I will have a link in the description to the Ronald McDonald House Canada in the city of Ottawa. If you wish to donate, go on ahead. And we'll just leave it at that. Thank you for tuning in, and have a good night.
Make sure to subscribe to like the live stream. There's gonna be more of these.
Oh crap! I forgot how to end this stupid thing. Hold on, I forgot how to end my own live stream. This is not good. All right, hold on. Well, here, figured it out.